So I go along with that.
We saw you running around with some urgency here, getting everybody off the court. What was going on with that?
Oh, we all gonna be uncles or aunts soon, so we had something going on in there. Ball worker, so that's just it. We wanted everybody involved.
I got you. How good does it feel coming off a win like that against a team like that, snapping a losing streak the way you did last night? How good does it feel today?
Well, I thought we started the game and played great. The one thing we have to do, and I said it last night, that we got to find a way to maintain our intensity level and the pace of the game like we did in the first half. We've done it a few times, where we've given it back in the third quarter, and so we have to find a way, to get over the hump in those situations. I mean, we have to be able to start the third quarter like we start the first quarters.
What was, you talked so much about protecting home court. It was kind of cool to hear Domas come out and say getting the homestand off to a right way, considering it's pretty stout opposition. What can a win like that kind of do with you guys?
Well, hopefully it'll give us confidence. Obviously we got a tough stretch coming up here in the next 3 games. But I still say that when you play at home, you got to believe that you can win all your home games. I mean, I think that's how the really good teams with the really good records, if you look at their home record, it's usually pretty impressive. And we can start a trend here, for the next season or whatever, in being able to play at home and win games at home and establish, some home court advantage. I just think that's very important.
Alvin, how much fun are you having instilling, putting in new play sets that are totally different from the way your team is being?
We did it again today. We just don't have very much time to do it, but we did a couple of things today, that's going to be new that I think will help us in the flow of the game, especially depending on the rotation of the players that we have in. And that's the way you have to do it. I mean, obviously there's no training camp or anything like that. We really don't have 2 days where we can practice, but, we just have to try to do it on the fly as much as we possibly can and go over it, and then we'll go over it again in the walkthrough and things like that. But that's just, it's the way it is in these situations, and you just got to do the very best you can.
You talk about Domas being dropped into this. How much does that change everything? Just having a big that you can run everything through as opposed to?
It did. It changed the way our perimeter guys think and play. Obviously it's different for him because he's played on a team where guys knows him, knows exactly where he wants the ball, knows when to cut, when not to. Those are just things that we just got to try to learn.
Beyond the wins and losses, is there anything that you're really curious about or have questions that need answers to in these remaining games?
No, I just think, to me, the most important thing is that we just got to remain competitive and play as if we're playing for a playoff spot. I just think it's really important that we try to establish winning here, and it starts, I said, on the home court, but just being competitive. I thought that you look at the games that we played lately, and I think we've competed our butts off. We just hadn't made enough plays to quite get over the hump. But I like the fact that it's a one possession game, or last night we let them come all the way back, but we was resilient enough to find a way to win the game. And I think all of those things help establishing a process of culture that you're trying to make prevalent here, that everybody understands. Because, we have the fans. I mean, you can see when we play well in that building what happens. And I think the more we're able to win games and the more we establish ourselves, then the fans are just going to be great. Because I think all you guys know that the fans here are as good as any fans in the NBA. So we have to give them something to cheer for. We have to put the product on the court and do things that's going to make them cheer even that much more.
You've been around some players who have had dads and fathers played in the league. I'm curious if you've seen, and it would seem that their professional approach is maybe helped by that. Have you seen some of that with Domas and just the professionalism that he?
Well, I think his dad was his dad. Obviously he came over on the other side of his career here. But he was such a impact player. I mean, he was one of the big guys in this league that were, terrific passers, could play inside or outside. And so it's a little bit. I think he learned a lot from his dad. I mean, obviously, in that environment right there, you're going to pick up something. And he's a very capable passer. He can play in the low post. He can play outside. He can create plays from the outside. So like I said, what we got to have is that we got to have enough time for our guys to understand, and he understand our guys so that the chemistry is there. I think our guys are working extremely hard, and he's working unbelievably hard at trying to establish that and making it understand. And I think he's really helped Fox, and I think Fox really helped him. And I think that's why both of those guys. I think Foxy is playing at a level that's second to none right now in the league. If you go back over the last month, not just as a guard, but as any player, I think he's playing at that level right now. And I think it's helped having Sabonis in there, and I think he's also helped Sabonis as far as getting the ball, and his pocket passes has really improved and things like that. So it would be fun to have a training camp and have added these guys before the season started.